Lindsay, it is October 10th, and guess who got a new Kindle? Look, it's like an infinite.
Like little kids, and laugh until our ribs get tough, but that will never be enough.
What I want to talk about today is the very first book that I bought on it. No, the very first book that I bought on it was Slaughterhouse-Five, but the very first book that I'm reading on it, this is so embarrassing. So I am officially doing exactly what I said I would never do and reading 50 Shades of Grey. I'm only like 250 pages in. Alright. Okay, so like certain friends have told me that I have to read this book and like blah blah blah, it's so good. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, no. The thought of like BDSM or whatever is like, calm your tits. Calm down. Okay, so I start reading this book and like she meets this guy for like 10 minutes and then she dreams of him like every night for a week and then she finds him again and like blah blah blah. But like the thought that a girl can meet somebody for 10 minutes and like fall in love with them and blah 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 is just like that's so unrealistic. And the thought that there's a 27-year-old like billionaire seducing this like young. Okay, no, that's not my issue with it. My issue with it is that the amount of times this girl blushes in this book, and believe me, I'm only 250 pages in, but the amount of times she blushes. And the amount of times that this guy cocks his head. I'm like, calm down. This book is so poorly written. Like, I think I'm just so used to good written books by like decent authors, not, I don't know. Like when she uses big words in it, it seems so out of place. Like, what are you doing, E.L. James? And why are you using E.L. James? You're just using that like J.K. Rowling, like. Okay, so let me preface this next statement by telling you that I think it's poorly written. I think that it does not do any favors for women at all. It makes them seem like such victims in the world, and like we're not. And there's a lot of people that are like pro women, like women. E.L. James. Okay, so yeah, it just makes women out to be like the victim and like I hate that. But when Christian Grey comes into play and his mystery and like blah blah blah, I was just like, okay, I want to read this. Okay, so somewhere around like chapter 3 or 4, I kind of really wanted to read this book, and it wasn't just because of the things that you think it is, but it was really because this guy was such a mystery, and I just want to get to the end of this book to find out why he is the way he is and what makes a person demand such control and be so controlling. My name is Jessica. I'm 22 years old, and I'm reading 50 Shades of Grey. And I kind of really like Christian Grey. Okay, so let me just get to the point. The point is, when we started this video thing, we said we were going to have a book club, didn't we? And you didn't bring Looking with Alaska with you to Michigan, did you? And I'm reading 50 Shades of Grey, aren't I? I need you to read 50 Shades of Grey, Lindsay. I need you to do that for me. Because I know that it's a shitty book and it's so poorly written, and just the things that they do for women in that book is so, makes me so mad. But I want somebody else to revel in my misery, and Brittany loves this book, so she can't, like, be mad at it with me. And what if you like this book too? Because I kinda do too. I'm confused about my feelings for this book. Because it's awful. But that guy, he's such a mystery. I wanna solve that puzzle. Literally though, I'm only 250 pages in, and she barely agreed to become his submissive partner. So I haven't actually gotten to like the BDSM yet. And I'm kind of terrified too, because that is probably something I could never go for, because, what? So, when you come back to California, I hope you've read this book, and I hope we can talk about it, because I really need to talk to somebody about it, be it good or bad. I want to talk about it with somebody. Or else we're just gonna have to talk about Looking for Alaska, and like, I love that book, but it's no 50 Shades of Grey. Thank God, right? But God, when Alaska dies? Oh, spoiler alert. I forgot to say that. But you know. Anyway, Lindsay. I'll see you on Monday. Bye!